guys, it's your girl Miss MC. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this, please make sure you subscribe and make this your new home.
It's Mesh MC, from a small town to the world. Mesh MC.
So, as you noticed, I have been away for 3 months now. Trust me, I felt shit about it. But you know how we always saying that life happens to people and just things just stuck and everything. But I realized that it never really happens until it happens to you. And life did happen to me, and I was in a point in my life where I was like, I can't do shit. You know, I was just stuck. I couldn't do anything. Like, it's not even about being motivated. I was just going through so much in my head that I was like, okay, I need to take a second and just take a break and just breathe, you know, like deal with what I'm going through. And I did that. I'm so glad that I did that, and I came out stronger than I was before. And don't worry, we'll get a bit personal later on. But this video is to say that I'm back. Tell your friends, tell their friends that Mugo is back. If you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you know that I have packed my shit and I moved to another city. I'm now in Guangzhou. It's funny because when I asked people to guess where I was going, they all just said Guangzhou, Guangzhou, Guangzhou. And I was like, why? Why that? And apparently it was because the last time I was there, I had so much fun that they were convinced that that's the city that I want to move to. I tried to play like, oh no, I'm not going there, you know. But what they don't know is that I've been to Guangzhou like 4 times before deciding to move to Guangzhou. So my first time in Guangzhou was 2019 when I came here with Dineo, do shopping, and the plan was to just shop and then go back. But we just loved the city and we're like, okay, fine, let's just get something for the night. Let's get a hotel, let's get clothes to change and just spend the night there. We'll leave tomorrow. And we did that. It was amazing. I loved it. So I said to myself, I'm gonna go to Guangzhou the following year. That was in 2019. 2020 came and I tried to apply for a job in Guangzhou, and the offer was not good. And I got a best offer in Suzhou. I was like, okay, we're here for money, okay? We're here for ching ching. We understand we want to go to Guangzhou, but money first. So that's when I went to Suzhou, and I'm like, okay, after a year, I'll go to Guangzhou. So it just kept on going, like after a year. But you get, as a person, you get too comfortable with doing the same thing as a routine, like doing the same thing over and over again. I got too comfortable in Suzhou that I couldn't just pack my bags and leave. I mean, I have family there. I have friends that I consider family. I had the best colleagues ever, and I was like to myself, how do you just pack your bags and you leave all that? So yes, I'm in Guangzhou. The rumors are true. I'm in Guangzhou now. I live here, and it hasn't been that easy, I swear, because first thing first, let's talk about the apartment. So I arrived in Guangzhou and I'm thinking, you know how I feel like it's so easy to get an apartment in China, everywhere else in China, but that's not the case in Guangzhou. When you get here, like, just make sure that you try so hard to find an apartment before you even move here, even though you just have to come and confirm, because my director sent pictures of apartments around the area. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll come and see them when I get there. And when I got there, they were all just shit, like old apartments that I was like to myself, no ways, I'm not living here. I'm not staying in this. I don't feel safe, you know? Honestly, in China, to get an apartment should just be like a weak thing, you know, because there are agents everywhere. There are apartments for rentals everywhere, every corner. And here I was finding apartments that I like, but the issue was that they were saying that, you know, I'd go see an apartment. I'm like, okay, I love this one. And then the following day, I get a message saying that, oh, the owner says that he or she feels that it's troublesome to rent to foreigners. I'm like, what the? You know, I mean, what do you mean? What happened? And then later on, I found out that because of the tax and everything, when they rent to a Chinese person, they don't have to file anything. But when they rent to a foreigner, they have to do the whole filing and everything. And for some, it's just troublesome to go through that, like go to the police station and all that. They don't want to do that bullshit. So they're just like, no foreigners. And I'm like, where should I stay? And by then, my visa is going to expire very soon. So I'm here under pressure to find an apartment as soon as possible so I can get the registration letter from the police station so I can use it to apply for my visa. And I'm not getting an apartment. Like, I viewed, I don't know, like 20 apartments, I swear. Let's say like 5 of them, they were renting to foreigners, but I didn't like them. You see, not 5 actually, about 8, 9, they were renting to foreigners, but I didn't like the apartments. Like, I know what I want. I know myself. I won't be happy if I'm gonna just settle for whatever. And then the rest of the apartments, I think I had like 12 apartments or 13 that I liked, but all I had was troublesome, oh no, tax filing, blah 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 blah. I was like, I'm exhausted. Like, Guangzhou was just exhausting for me. First few weeks in Guangzhou, I was like, I want to go back. I want to go back. One thing I'm gonna say is that when you come to this city, it's so easy in other cities, like so easy. I remember in Suzhou when I was moving there, it was like 1 week I had like 15 options of apartments that were like, do you want this? Do you want this in this area, in this station? I was like, no, they were all renting for foreigners. But surprisingly, when I came to Guangzhou, it was a different story. There was like apartment that couldn't rent to foreigners. I was like, really? So make sure that when you come here, find an apartment before you move to Guangzhou if your visa is going to expire anytime soon, and also get somebody to go and view the apartment for you and take videos there, like not relying on old pictures, because these people are very smart. They're very smart when it comes to editing and everything. They're very good. Like, everything looks flawless and perfect and beautiful, but when you get there, it's a different story, trust me. The second thing is that first thing is that I'm alive, I'm back. The second thing is apartment in Guangzhou. It's hectic, trust me. There was like a point where I'm like, I want to go back. The third thing is the visa. Oh my goodness. The girl went through the most. So I left Suzhou on the 2nd of July, right? My visa was going to expire on the 19th. So my school is very slow when it comes to applying for my work permit. You need a work permit for you to go and apply for the visa. So they took time on that process, and then, well, maybe it was my fault because I sent the documents pretty late. And then also the apartment issue was just coming back to haunt me, like, you're okay, without the apartment, you cannot apply for your visa. Friday, before my visa expires on Monday, that was on the 17th, on the 16th, I went to the PSB to apply for a visa. Now my work permit is approved, it's on the way. And then I couldn't apply for the work visa, so I had to do a stay visa because my visa is going to expire the following Monday. My school is like, like they're used to the fact that I like always just go and do things by myself and I get it done. They're like, oh, how did you do it? Like, I'm like, translator, darling, okay. So they were like, okay, fine, you can go and apply for a stay visa by yourself because, that's on you. It's not like a big deal. Like 2 minutes, you'll be back. So I took all my documents. I went to the PSV to apply for the entry and exit to apply for a stay visa because my visa is going to expire that Monday. I get there. Guess what? I get there and I'm like, okay, they called my number. I went there and I'm like, I'm here to apply for a stay visa. Hey, this lady was just like, go back to Jiangsu province, go back to Suzhou. Like, no explanation, nothing. She's like, go back to Suzhou, go. And I'm like, why? Why do I have to go back to Suzhou? Because if you can check on the system, my work permit is approved, which means that I'll be working here. Like, I'm gonna come and apply for visa in like a week or so. She's like, no, go downstairs to information center. They will explain to you. Yo, I was like, hey, that. Yo, some people are just so angry in the morning. Like, you just wake up, you leave your house, you are so angry, so mad. Like, like, I understand, maybe there was a reason, whatever, but I'm saying, like, at least explain to me. Don't be like, go back. No, nothing, not even, she just took my paper. She's like, Jiangsu province, go back to Suzhou. Yo, my heart was like, I feel like I'm becoming a crybaby these days. Like I just cry even over things that I never thought I would cry over. And I don't know if it's because I miss her. I'm so homesick so much that everything just gets to me. And with all the things that are happening in SA, everything just gets to you, you know, like everything is just like heavy. I can't take it. I call my agent, Queen. She's so lovely. I call him like, yo, they're telling me that I must go back to Guangzhou. Now I'm very emotional. My tears are like I told you I'm a crybaby these days. I don't know why, but yeah, she gets there and then she tries. They were like, nope, she must go back to Jiangsu. Queen was like, Cynthia, don't worry. You know what? We're gonna try all of this PSB in Guangzhou. We'll go everywhere in the whole province before you have to go. So I spoke to my school while we're busy, you know, arguing over this whole me going back to Suzhou. And that's why I always advise to always try by all means to have a good relationship with your school. Even when you're leaving, you shouldn't be like, oh, I'm gone, you know, like try by all means to have a good relationship. Because imagine if you didn't have that relationship and then you're telling them that you're stuck here, you need help, and they'll be like, what, you? No, it's not happening. So I was like, okay, and they're like, okay, don't worry, we'll help you if it pushes to that. So we went to the next one. We really get there. That's what I'm saying. Some people are they're just naturally angry, like angry people, you know. We get there, we find this lady. She was so lovely. And she was like, okay, a teacher, I'm gonna help you, don't worry. And I'm like, wow, you know, it's crazy because there is not a rule that says if you don't have this, you do it this. If you had your visa in this city, you must do it in that city, you know. Because if there is like a strict rule on that, why would they help me in the other place and the other place is saying, no, we can't help you, you must go there because it's not up to us and all that. So I'm just saying, sometimes, you know, just people are just so angry and so I don't want to use the word, but yeah, that's that word. Yeah, that one. So my advice is that if your visa is going to expire very soon, the best thing you can do is to ask your recent school to help you apply for stay visa before you move to another city, because that can be a pain in the ass. If you just move and your visa is going to expire in 2 weeks, the next thing you don't have a work permit and you have to wait for you to be approved, and they will just give you a whole bish about applying for a work visa. So make sure you apply for a stay visa in your recent school before you move, so that it doesn't expire while you're still waiting for your work permit. So if you happen to be in Guangzhou and stuck in the whole apartment, getting the police registration form and everything, call your girl, call me, okay? I went through so much that I finally got help, and I mean, I'm willing to help the next person because somebody was willing to help me for free. I didn't have to pay for that, so you don't have to worry about paying me anything. Guangzhou so far has been, I found an apartment, as you can see. It's so lovely. I'll do an apartment tour very soon, and you guys are gonna love it. It's gonna love my space. It's so beautiful. I feel like this apartment was just waiting for me. I went through so much when it comes to apartment searching that I feel like there was like, you know what, I had to go through all that for me to find what I like, what I want. I always say, don't just settle for whatever. You can always find what you want. And also, yes, the question that I got, 2 questions I'm gonna answer for now. The rest we'll do it later. It was why I moved to Guangzhou. Why did you move to Guangzhou? Why did you move to Guangzhou? Because I wanted to. I'm lying. The reason why I came to Guangzhou is one thing that you're gonna find out very soon. I don't want to spoil the surprise, guys. Come on, you know, like just wait, just a bit, okay? Just wait. Another question is, does your school pay for your housing? Yeah, babes, like I told you in my previous video when it comes to finding a job in China and different schools, I said negotiate. When it comes to apartment, don't compromise. Tell them they would like offer you a free apartment at the dorm or just a free apartment next to the school or housing allowance. But with my experience of being in China, I would advise you to settle for housing allowance. Just don't take free apartment or the dorm. Don't do that yourself. Like, don't do that. I did that first year here and I was like, no, I'm done. Don't do that, okay? Say you want housing allowance and they can include in your salary or give it separately, but that's very important. Negotiate for housing allowance, because then you get to search for a place that you like and stay in a place where when you get there, you're like, I'm not home, but this feels like home in China. All that being said, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment, and leave a comment down below and tell me what you want my next video to be about. And also don't forget to tell your friends that Miguel is back, and she's back with a bang. Okay, I thought I should just sit down and talk to you first before I pack my things and do vlogs, because we're all about that. Okay, we're gonna be vlogging since we cannot travel. We cannot go anywhere. So I was planning, my plan was to do my comeback video in Beijing. That was the plan, but I was told that I can't leave my province. So we're stuck here. But you know how much, I always try to make things work. You know how we always like try to make things work, force it, even when it's not working. So we're about to turn some shit up, like toot, 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 toot. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Just show some love, and share my videos with your friends. And also, as I always say, spread love, spread joy wherever you go, because the world needs love. And stay safe.